Hi everyone. Let's talk about Terraform. Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code tool that allows one to define, manage, and provision infrastructure resources using declarative codes. Now, more often, people talk about the differences with Ansible. So, Terraform and Ansible are both infrastructure as code tools. Terraform is preferred for provisioning due to its immutable infrastructure and declarative nature. Also, at the same time, use of cloud providers APIs, so making it agentless and masterless. Terraform focuses on provisioning and avoids configuring instances. On the other hand, Ansible is a configuration management tool. This is agentless, only requires Python and SSH access to the target server. With a large community and maturity, Ansible can handle provisioning task, but there is a lack of declarative and immutable benefits of Terraform. So therefore, these two are often used together to complement each other's strength.
So log in to the Linux server using the credential, and after that we need to download Terraform software. And to download the Terraform software, you can go to this web page. I will add that one to my video link. So from there you can see the different operating system based on my Linux. There are different types of Linux. In my case, the operating system is at etc OS release, so that you can get your operating system version. Here you can see that Amazon Linux, and it's like CentOS, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or Fedora. So I'm going to here Amazon Linux, and you see the commands. So copy the commands and execute. Put it here and execute. It's very quick. So it's complete. Now to see the version, you just type Terraform either dash b or dash dash version. So you can see the Terraform is installed here. Mm, now, what we are going to do, we are going to set up like configure AWS CLI, because time to time we need to execute that command. So for that, what we have to do, you just get to them. You can Google and get to this like AWS CLI download page. I will also attach this link. So here you see that to install the AWS CLI, run the following commands. So copy the command and execute it here, because it's saying that pre-existing. I did that before that for, but if you want to rerun, you can rerun with upgrade flag. So like this one, and keep the upgrade. So because it has got the same version, so it's skipping that one here. And to get the version with version this one, you can just execute this command. Oh, just I type execute. So you can get the AWS CLI version here. Now what we are going to do, we are going to set AWS credential now. So for that, we need to get the AWS access key ID and secret access key. So let me get those information, and then I'll add it here. Okay, let me show you that one. I'll delete after this. So if you go to IAM section, you can see that users there. So there can be many users. So in my case, I created Terraform users long back. So just to make sure that it has got all the permissions, like administrator access and Amazon S3 full access, you can use that one. So let me create this one. Either I can use this one, or I can create an admin user. So from there you see that security credential. Click there. It allow normally two access keys. So let me create a new one so that I can use that for this session, and then I'll delete that one. So from here you select the use case. So this is for CLI, and then tick here to confirm the changes, then click next and keep that TRFM 03 and create this access key. So we need these two information. If you click, you can show that one. So what we need to do, we just go our Linux session, and here AWS configure. So when I type that one, very first thing it is asking access key ID. So copy the access key ID, then it will access for secret key. So you can show or you can copy this one. So this is very secret. Here I am just showing you, but when you do that one, don't share with the others users who really don't need to access. So don't share that one. Uh, so when I have done this one now, next it is asking that to default region name. In my case, I'm using US East 1. So and then it's asking the output format. In my case, I would like to get that into JSON format. So I have done that one, so you can see that that has been done. Now to verify that that user credential has been done, so you can just execute this command, um, CLI command. So you can see that the user has been the credential has been completed or done here. Now let's do a few basic commands. So to get the list of variable commands, you can just check here Terraform help. So it will give you all the different options there that you can execute with Terraform command. Like you need validate, this is the main commands and all other commands inside there. So we'll go through these three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fast. So for that, what we can do, another thing you can check provider. From providers, if I type right now, you can see no configuration files here. So what we can do, we are just going to create a provider files here. So let me create a directory. Think that it's a new project, cd terraform, and I'm giving a variables dot terraform dir. Okay, now for that I may need this. I need this to key here. Still I'm that page. Oh, come on, let me copy paste to other window. Once again, this is lab session, therefore I am sharing, but in real life we don't share this one. So now you see that it's after that I can see that provider is this one. So AWS one providers. So what we'll do, we'll create a simple file and go through all those the main steps, if I say, or main process here. So for that, let me create a file. Um, to save time, I'm just copy paste commands here. So here I'm allowing that okay, resource is local and content will be there like Terraform donkey and file will be created with the name donkey.txt. So right now you see nothing is there. So very first thing we are going to do that Terraform init. So what I'm going to do mainly just telling you that all the main commands I'm going to do this commands here. So Terraform init. If I do that one, when I am in that directory that I created, think that it's a project. If any new project, you can create directory and add all the required files inside that directory. So what it is doing, it just you see the reading and finding the latest version. So that means it goes into latest version and download all the providers into the local directory. Next, we have to use plan command or verify command. Okay, here is the verify. So let me Terraform verify. Top level commands run these commands verify. So here. Um, just giving what command you can execute. So validate, I missed that one. So validate, check whether the configuration is valid or not. So Terraform. So it's just giving that success, the configuration is valid. So after that we are going to use plan command. So the plan command, what it does, it's verify that which things it's going to run. So if I execute that one, Terraform plan, then you'll get to know. Then you see that is giving that message that what it is going to do, it is going to create. And what it is going to create, you see that this will be created, and underneath that the content that what that file will content, others is giving based on after when that will be done. So then it's kind of dry run so that you can know what the system is going to do into your system. Now, if we're happy with this, like yes, we would like to do all these tasks in our infrastructure. So what we have to do, Terraform apply. So Terraform apply, it will give you a message that you see there is only yes option will be accessed. So if I give any other thing, it will be cancelled. So it will not access that one for now. For to mm, uh, show you other command, let me cancel here. If I cancel, you see anything, it will be cancelled. Now there is option that if you like, if you don't like to use this in prompt command, so what you can do, you can add auto approve. So just remember, if you do this one, it will not prompt you this yes command, so it will apply. So just make sure that that yeah, what it is going to do in your plan command. So press enter. So you see you getting a message here that it has been okay. Let me create it. So now if I type here ls, you can see text is there. Now if I you can give you can get that it has been added that text. So, and another thing, like if you would like to, okay, let me show you that in our next one. So now what we are going to do, we are going to create a different one, different project thing that you are going to create an EC2. I'm going to do a very simple one. And so make directory EC2 simple. Okay, let it good. EC2. I'm going to the directory and I'm going to use the same provider. So let me copy that variable files here. Where I am from. Okay, let me check where I am from. And I know the variables file is there. Okay, let me variables 2 here. Now if I go to the directory, so variable files is there because I'm going to use the same provider and my secret key. So as you know that provider works pretty much kind of that working system like operating system driver. So this time we are going to create a file named main.terraform main.tf, and we are going to create a EC2 instance. So let me add file entry. So here I am giving that okay, it will be a AWS instance, and giving a name that it will be a name will be this one, and then it is going to create a like using the image machine image, that machine image is this one, and instance type t2.micro, and giving a tag this name will be there, tag name. Now you see that I did not mention any other thing like my VPC security group or subnet. So when I don't define this one, it is going to use the default VPC. So let me start that one. So very first thing, as you know, that initializing the Terraform. So for that ter Terraform init, it will initialize. So initialize phase is just checking all the required plugins, and if it needs, it just downloading into the working directory. Then Terraform Plum, so that you can see here what the changes are going to happen. So here you can see that it is going to create an EC2, and the information I passed, it's getting there, and which are not there, it will show you after when that has been done. So now apply will create. So enter a value, like if you want to use, you can use auto approve. I am using just prompting me so that I know what it is going to do. Now if I go to EC2 instance, if I refresh, you see that this is coming, it's pending. So this EC2 is going to be created. So you see this is running. So this has been created EC2. Now, like because this is a cloud resource, and it's a training environment thing that way, and not only training environment, there can be some resources you are running but not using for a long time. You can set up into monitoring in your actual environment, and if you do not need, so you can cancel those services to avoid unnecessary costs. So for example, I would like to cancel this one. Okay, I do not need this EC2. So what it does, I can just execute a simply command. So destroy. So destroy will do. It knows which thing services has been provisioned. So it will destroy everything from that particular service, which the command when it created. So destroy. If you type that one, so it is going to destroy what it has been created before my apply command. So I use yes. So now I'm using destroying. If you look here to the console, now if you see that running, it's shutting down. Then you will see the terminated. It may take just few seconds, less than a minute, I think. So it's that destroy is complete and destroyed. Now if I come here, shutting down one, you see this has been terminated. Now let's go back. So far we have done very simple EC2 that we just created with all the default options. Now what will I go through? I'll go through with the one another, like I'll create EC2 again, but this time we are going to create all the required VPC, internet gateway, route table, subnet, whatever it's needed, and then it will create EC2. EC2 is who does not know, it's like virtual machine. In my case, I'm going to create um, uh, in Linux environment. So let me go through that one. For that, I will share my, that GitHub repository, so that you can go through, get all the commands from there. So let me bring this side here. So going to create a directory or new project thing, that one. So EC2 custom cd EC2 custom. I'm going to cp because I'm going to use the same variables here, that for here this one I'm going to create the same file. Now let's I need to modify this file. So you can see that first key pair, that you need key pair, and then uh, machine image BPC. So what it does, if I go to that let me go other window. So whenever you launch an instance, you normally give a name, then select the that machine image. Here you see that Amazon machine image. You select what image you want. Let me not provision, I just show you. Then you select the instance type, then you give the key pair, and then you select the network BPC, what the BPC is going to use, and then subnet and security group. You can have your own security group. You can select that one, then you launch instance. So same thing here. I'm just going all the information, and you also, VPC, internet gateway, route table, subnet. So so far, mm, it's good. Let me minimize this screen. So you get ultimately all the required components to provision EC2 instance. Then I'm going to create a main file. So vi main.tf. So now we are going to execute that we did sequentially. So Terraform init, it's checking for all the plugins. Then we are going to use Terraform validate. Or that I every time I just miss that one. This will be verify. Mm, and this is typo. Terraform validate. Path and parameter. Defines that a distance is part of the configuration of source code. This file will be created by a resource in this configuration. You must obtain the suggest from an resources public key file where my key file is there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a file here for that. So let me create a file. So I have created key into other window. So now let me validate the command again. So now it's getting a message that is valid. So after that we can see the plan. So here it's giving all the resources that it is going to be created. I am fine with that one, so I can just use Terraform apply dash auto approve, or I can ask for prompt. When you're using a script, then because you don't want some responses, so you can use just auto approve. Yes. So now it's going to create VPC. So if I go to my console, AWS console, type VPC. Let me move little bit this side. Oh, I'm logging out, so I have to log in. So you can see that apply complete and 7 resources are added. So let me go through their BPC console, you can see that one BPC has been created here, and underneath that subnets created. If you go there, you can see these subnets are created. Let me pull back this site, and if you go to EC2, new tab, you can see this um, EC2 has been also created. So now, if if we know would like to destroy this one, we can just use Terraform destroy. Next, we are going to see something on state, Terraform state. So you can see that file here, like if you go to the directory, see that this holds all the information, your state information, what it has been done here. So Terraform holds the information. It's tracked mainly for tracking. Whenever we do any additional commands, it will know where it is up to, and then it will, based on that information, it knows what information or what services needs to add, or it's already there. Okay, anyway, let me check the status of Terraform, and you need to check state, so it will give you the output here. You can see what the options there, or there's a help command. You can use help command. Okay, so that to see the options, like here sub commands, you can get there. Another option is uh, list, also give you that information. You can see that list resources. So if I do Terraform state list, so you can get the information here. Now, if you would like to get information for a particular resources, like so what we have to do, Terraform state, you see there is a show command. So click show and give a resource name. From here you can select anything you want. So for example, if you'd like to see the BPC, give the BPC name, so that you can see that particular resource status. And for any reason, if you'd like to remove, you can also do that one, but it's always be very careful to make sure, because Terraform state file will remove these particular services information from its state file. So for that, the command is, you see that rm command, you can use rm command. So here, instead of show, I'll do that, because for now it's there. If I want to do remove, I can do that remove manually. So there, rm. See, if you do that one, it will give you a message like, no, it will not give you a message. That information will not be there. So removed and successfully removed resources. Now, if I type the show command again, BPC, you see this, it does not, state file does not know anymore about this particular BPC that I created through Terraform script. Now we'll do other thing, like sometimes we may would like to see the output format, that we would like to get the output file. So for that, let me destroy that one. We will provision again, Terraform destroy. So web server has been shutting down, and after few seconds you will see that has been terminated. So if I refresh that one, you see terminated, and here you see all the resources it's destroyed. But you don't see that BPC because we remove from there. Now if you go there, BPC page, then refresh, you see it did not delete this one. So I can delete that manually, like if I know that I do not need this one, so I just delete that BPC. Confirm and delete. So now what I'd like to show you, I'd like to show you how you can use a two things, output file and formatting. So for that, like I'd like to get an output file for this provision. So what will I do? I'll create a file output.tf. Same like my project directory. So if you look here, what will you see that in this one, it's not properly formatted. What I mean by formatted will when I'll show you the difference is description and value. My first private IP section, it has got you see that indent is same, but here you see the difference. Now, if I execute Terraform format fmt formatting, what it does. So you see that unexpected state. So because I put this comment here. Okay, let me. You see that output.tf. Now, if I type that one, you see. So this is formatting. So formatting, it's just nicely format your in like your code, if I say. Now we add this file output.tf. It will information that inform the information that we'd like to get. So like private IP and also date and time. So let me just use the Terraform provision, same thing again. Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform plan. I'm happy with that one. So Terraform apply, auto approve. So now here you see that apply complete, but this output section that is new. So because I put that outputs.terraform, so that for it showing me this section that yeah, where you can see the output information. Now what we'll do next, we are going to show you how to that enable the trace. Uh, so for that, what we have to do, we have to use command like tf underscore log. So export terraform underscore log to trace. And for a persistent logged output, what we can do, we can set another environment variable, so which is export, that is log path. So tf underscore log underscore path trfm dot log. To check the log, let's destroy in the resources, terraform destroy. Let me open duplicate session. Change background color to differentiate that this is log 1. cd EC2 custom t. So you see that this file has been created, but last time that file was not there. So I'd like to see that file, what is going on. So if I type enter, yes, you see that it's holding all the information here. So you can get log information. Cancel from there. Um, or disable the trace file, so you can do make it empty value or use the Linux unset command. Now if I do Terraform init, it's not getting into there, so we have disabled that one. Terraform init, Terraform validate, so we have disable tracing. Now we'll do one important information, which is taint. Now we'll create a S3 bucket using Terraform and enabling some features like versioning, lifecycle, rule etc. So for that, let me create a new directory. Oh, sorry. So mkdir s3 cd s3, going to create a file vars vi vars dot terraform. So in this case you can see all the variable I'm going to declare here. So it will get the bucket name and region. I hope you got already very good understanding. So now I'm going to create a main file, main.df, the required information related to object storage here, S3. So after that, just simply command that we are using for Terraform. So Terraform init. Let me go to the S3 page, open in a new tab. So here we are going to get a new one. So Terraform init, validate. Then plan. It's all the information what it's going to do that one. Also versioning is there. So you can always check, that the resources that you're going to create all correct and into right format. Like, if you see the policy here is setting up, like you said that non-current days is 90 days, then it's coming standard in infrequent access after 30 days, and glacier it will go after 60 days, and bucket name will be this one. So you can read through, or I'll share my like repository so that you can use that one. So now I'm fine with the contents that I'm going to provision. Then I can use apply and auto approve. So it's going to create a resource here. Let me check from the console. You see, it's bucket and object not publics, but it's going to create that object storage here, or S3. Let me pause for a few seconds. Okay, it is done here. So you can see, like from the console, you can also check the status, that is state, and so that for you have to use Terraform state list, and there you can see the bucket information. And for specific to bucket, you can just type grep only, grep bucket. It will give you the bucket information. So now what we'll do, we'll go through, there is an option called taint command. So as you know, so let me go through with taint. Taint is mainly that if we marked some resources, I said that as a taint, so it signifies that it will be recreated in the next apply. You can also do untaint. So untaint is the opposite of that taint. So what it does, it just remove the mark that resource are staying the same, or unchanged in the operation that we are going to do. So let me go through that one now in the lab session. For that, you see that bucket versioning, this resource, I'm going to taint that one. So for that, what we have to do, Terraform taint. So you see that output is giving resource. This resource has been marked as tainted. Now we can um, let me get the list path. So what we are going to see that we marked as a taint, so that Terraform is state this resource. So it's showing that it marked as a that for this command, but I missed. Okay, let me show. I missed that command there. State after state. What the status? I would like to see that one. So you can see the comment here that it's tainted. So now if I do um, Terraform again, we are just going to deploy again to see the what it is happening. So Terraform init, because it's blocking already there. Terraform plan. You see that it's giving a message. It's tainted, so must be replaced. Okay, apply. Yes, must be replaced. So I'd like to see what is happening with that one. So you see that apply complete resources, one added, one changed. So now if I'd like to see that file status, show command, and you see that tainted one, it's not there anymore. So that has been replaced my next deployment. Let me extend my window a little bit. This command, you see that it was tainted. So next deployment, clear that tainted mark. Now we'll do other thing like import a resource into configuration management. So for that, what we can do, we are going to create a file first. So let me, so mkdir input cfg cd input cfg bi main dot Terraform. We are going to pass some information here. So provider, and give him the resources. And this is double up. I do not need that one. Whenever sometimes it's happening. I think this is double up. This is good now. Check for a minute. So what actually I am going to do, I am going to like execute some command to input existing resource inside our Terraform configuration. So here, the Terraform is created log file because I put initialize. Now I am going to use this if as a function and going to pass the um, image file, that ID. So for that, let me go here, my EC2 console, this Terraform one, this AMI ID. I'm going to use this. See, this is the instance ID. Can I see instance ID here that I can copy? Okay, so copy from here. You see that import is successful, the message. So now if I would like to get this information, Terraform show, it will give you that instance information. So we have successfully imported into um, Terraform. I'll say that like Terraform repository or Terraform configuration. Inside Terraform configuration, we have imported our existing resource information or resources. So now we are going to check the workspace list. So for that, you can just type Terraform workspace help. Always, to get more information, you can use help commands to get the options here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a C first list. What is there? So that it's only default space there. So now I'm going to create a new workspace. So workspace, I'm going to create a new. So new. So going to create a new and for like dev. So create a new workspace is dev. So you are now on a new empty workspace there is state. So you can see the information created and switch to workspace dev. So now I type that command again. You can see it's giving and it's that I am extract must. So that means, oh, cursor. So here you see that marks. That means I'm on dev workspace. Now I'd like to go. If I would like to create another workspace, so I can do new test. So it you can create for different team. So different workspace. So now if I see the list, I can see the list and it's by default and goes into test environment. So if I would like to switch that one, we have to do just select and give that one. So if I do that one, you see that it switched to workspace dev. And if I type the list, you can see that it's into dev workspace right now.